It's a pleasant morning, evening, wherever you are around the globe. A pleasant welcome to News Today with me, Zach Sherman. The headlines. Lawmakers express mixed views on procedure in submitting several bills for constitutional amendments at the House of Representatives. President George Weah expresses optimism for a fruitful outcome of the extraordinary session of ECOWAS. Those plus more are packaged for you on this presentation. Keep watching. We'll be right back. Welcome back and thanks for rejoining us. The Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS, is continuing the hosting of its second extraordinary session in Monrovia. Speaking at the extraordinary session of the regional body, President George Weah expressed optimism that the discussion will yield positive fruits that will benefit the community. The session is held under the theme Transhuman and Inter-Community Conflicts in the ECOWAS region. Let's now bring you President Weah.
We are aware of the tremendous challenges we face and the effort being accepted by every member state and ECOWAS institution to tackle those challenges. I am, however, confident that the discussion held during this session will lead us to an important conclusion on the subject being discussed. Remember, no matter how much we can do by ourselves on the national level, it is never enough. In the spirit of true cooperation, we in this region must join an action-oriented effort to tackle and solve our problems together. I can now close by extending special thanks to members of the Liberian delegation for keeping the spread of Liberia high at this regional body. As you conclude your tenure in February of next year, please remember that we remain grateful for your service to our sub-region. Be assured that Liberia will always be your home. We appreciate all that you do to make working at the Parliament conducive and pleasant. Before I close, I would like to extend my personal congratulations to the new members of the Parliament that have been sworn in this morning. I wish for each of you much success as you take up your new responsibility. And now, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it gives me a great pleasure to now formally declare the second extraordinary session of 2019 of the ECOWAS Parliament, which is being held here in Monrovia, the capital city of Liberia, open for transactions of business.
Liberia's permanent representative to the United Nations, Ambassador D. Maxwell Kemea, says this smooth working relationship with the UNFPA has resulted in the enhancement of sexual and reproduction rights in the country. He told a gathering in New York that the key collaboration has seen an immense improvement in the sector with increased family and local communities' involvement, mainly in the rural areas, which has been inaccessible over the years. Ambassador Kemea added that the UNFPA country document for Liberia is strategic and has proven to be integral to the achievement of the government's proper agenda for prosperity and development.
Liberia, working in close collaboration with UNFPA, has resulted to the increased level of enhancement of the sexual and reproductive health rights in Liberia. Consequently, family planning services and the legal setting have seen immense improvement with increased involvement from communities themselves, including but not limited to areas that have been inaccessible for a protracted period. It is important to stress that this country program document aligns with our national flagship development agenda, the Propo Agenda for Prosperity and Development, which was envisioned and subsequently launched by His Excellency President Weah. The Propo Agenda for Prosperity and Development puts the Liberian people at the core of all our development processes with the goal of leaving no one behind. Hence, the implementation of the UNFPA country program document for Liberia will prove very integral to achieving the Propo Agenda of His Excellency President Weah. We entertain the hope that UNFPA will continue to work with the government of Liberia and key stakeholders for the full achievement of the strategic outcome areas of this country program document, including but not limited to sexual and reproductive health, adolescents and youth, gender equality, women's empowerment, and population dynamics, which, as we have emphasized, are essential for the realization of our national development goals.
Bon County District Representative Marvin Cole has donated cash and school materials to residents in his district. According to Representative Cole, giving back to people, especially those who are in need, is a good sign of humanity. As part of his gesture, the Bon County lawmaker donated $2 million Liberian to business people in the Banga Central Market, including cash donation of 3,000 Liberian dollars each to about 230 school-going children in his district. Speaking during the distribution of the items, Mr. Cole promised to wipe the tears of his people and to as well fight corruption.
When people vote you, you get power, don't turn your back. When they are in difficult situation, come by and identify with them. So just in Menaki, because from here we'll go to the market, we'll go into other places. She and myself with our family will raise for the 230 children that we are going to be dealing with. Each of them will get 6 copybooks with 3,000 Liberian dollars. So that amount is part of what we did. We pay in Banga City more than $2 million. In Menaki today, we'll be paying 575,000 Liberian dollars. I want to use this opportunity to tell you thank you. If you did not give me the opportunity, I couldn't have been standing where I am today. My daughter could not have been in the school she's in. So I want to say we owe you. For the 6 years you are giving us, the way we will work, you will decide tomorrow what you want to do. But this 6 years, we'll wipe your tears and we'll make sure we give you what you deserve. Besides here, we're going to Banga Central Market. She'll be giving them 900,000 Liberian dollars to children today, so that she will be able to help them too. So we are trying by all means to our foundation. It's going to be raising more than 4 million Liberian dollars to put in the hands of people who don't have it. It is time that we fight against corruption in this country. I have continued to talk about the Phoebe issue. I continue to raise issues about other areas. And this is the fight. The only way we'll succeed when we educate our children. Tomorrow when they are educated, they got something in their hands that they ought to work for. So we'll be able to stop people from going in the street to take drugs. They will be able to stop so many things. So I want to say, parents, please, I ask you, when you receive these copybooks and receive the money, make sure the elementary school is my honor citizen, and then I get $1,500, $2,000, pay that tuition and submit the receipt.
Also speaking during the donation was the CEO of the Joel Cole Scholarship Foundation, Joel Cole, who encouraged her peers to see education as important to life. She said though, through her foundation, she will help to assist less fortunate children in the district.
I came here today to help you all start your school this year. As you all know, I have started a foundation in this community, in this district of District number 3. And I have come here to tell you and your family thank you for voting for my father, Honorable J. Marvin Cole. So my family has brought some gifts, some copy books and pen to tell you people thank you for what you have done. I have started a foundation. I started in Banga City. So I have landed in Medicine Town to tell you people thank you for what you have done for me and my family. And some of you here, I have come to tell you not to be selling plastic bag, water, grumpy, but rather to go to school. Education is better. Some of all here want to become a medical doctors, civil engineers. As for me, I want to become a medical doctor to treat sick people. So education is better. It's because of education I'm now standing in front of you. I'm getting ready for the future. I want to be a better person for the future. All your family and your parents want to make for you to be the best future they hope for. We are the new generation starting. The old generation should not be helping us, but rather the new generation should be helping the old generation.
Whoever just joining us, this is a reminder that you are watching news today only on KMTV with me, Zach Sherman. Still to come, Liberia Information Technology Students Union has announced a soon-to-be staged publicity to call on the government to halt what it calls 5% tax price flow on telecom companies. Keep watching. We'll be right back right after this break. Welcome back. This is News Today. Liberia Information Technology Student Union has announced a soon-to-be staged publicity to call on government to halt what it calls 5% tax price flow on telecom companies. The move, according to lead stool, is aimed at restoring data bundles and 3 days free calls. The students' movement, through its president for Destin Pay, sees government action as untimely and an attempt to increase economic hardship on Liberians. Addressing the news conference morning was late Sue President for Destin Pay.
The Liberia Information Technology Student Union uses this medium to announce publicly on Monday, the 18th of September, there will be a massive social media publicity for the government to hold on their own aware 5% tax price flow for the telecom company to restore our data bonus and 2 days unlimited cheap calls because of the economic hardship and the hampering of internet access and affordability, which unduly restricts citizen rights to free speech, privacy, and access to information, and therefore honor my efforts to bridge the digital divide in Liberia. Regulate is very good for the development of any economy, but it is not the proper time for this regulation when credit card is 230 LD, which the youth, students, and children can afford to communicate and access information online under this economic hardship. The policy should be created for the people, not against the people, because the people are the greatest assets of any nation, and Liberia is no exception. Those who believe that airtime and data should be affordable to all, not few. Young people are the majority in Liberia and have the highest rate of unemployment. Access to data is essential to their education and employment, as well as their right to become an informed citizen. Many youth, students and children are deprived of their right to receive and impact information because of the recent rate of airtime and data costs in this country. It is human to communicate, and to be deprived of the means of doing so, to be excluded from the digital economy and online world, is an affront to one's dignity. Telecom companies will lose thousands of customers who are unable to afford credit cards, which will cause telecom companies to leave, and monopoly will still take place, with one provider taking the market, and the condition of the people will still be wrong.
Meanwhile, the lawsuit president has unveiled that the current regulation in the communication and technology sector has entrenched inequality against the vision of the International Telecommunication Union. According to him, Liberia, a member that seeks to connect the unconnected, has left citizens with a gaping and deepening digital divide, where only wealthy Liberians, likewise the LTA commissioners, ministers, senators, and representatives enjoy high-speed fiber connections and attractive post-paid mobile.
The ruthless profiteering of LTA has helped entrench inequality and has gone against the vision of the International Telecommunication Union, which our country is member, that seek to connect the unconnected. It has left us with a gaping and deepening digital divide, where only wealthy Liberians, likewise commissioners, ministers, senators, and representatives enjoying high-speed fiber connection and attractive post-paid mobile package, while the poor and marginalized are forced to cut back on the basic necessity for a few minutes or megabytes to communicate. It is outrageous that in a country where scratch card is 230 LD and many people struggle to put bread on the table in a struggling economy, the government has given the telecom company a free rein to rip us up. Since the government has created a press flow against the people and has given much power to the telecom company to trample over the right of the consumer, and justifying that the high cost of communication is to get a return on investment, we as conscious young digital students and digital natives refuse to accept a situation where communication with friends, police, and loved ones, finding out what is happening in the world and exercising our basic right to access and share information, is only for the rich, not the poor and marginalized. On this note, we are resolved, and we will use liberation technology on September 18, 2019, without any fear of failure, telling the government to hold on their flabbergasted 5% express flow for the restoration of our data bonus. On 18, restore our data bonus. To admit this quote-unquote press flow has caused the deep digital divide in Liberia, which is excluding majority of the people, such as follow marketeers, motorcyclists, taxi drivers, pimping riders, rock crushers, car loaders, shusha boys, and laborers, from accessing news, applying for job, accessing education resources online, doing assignment online, doing businesses online, buying online, and keeping in touch with friends and family, both local and international.
Mixed views ensued at the plenary of the House of Representatives today when Representative Akaras Gray presented several propositions to that AUKUS body for constitutional amendment. Some lawmakers classify as procedural error the presentation made by Representative, while others differ. Amongst the bills sent to the plenary were an act to provide for dual citizenship and a proposition to seek advice from lawmakers on the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Code. Let's now bring you the reactions of lawmakers at the lower house on today's section.
This constitution may be amended whenever a proposal by either 1/2 of the membership of both houses of the legislature, a petition citizens which reflect the concurrence of 2/3 of the membership of both houses is ratified by 2/3 of registered voters voting in XYZ. So what I understand here is, for a proposal to be laid before this body and be qualified as such, it must have two-thirds signature already collected.
As referenced by amendments, a proposal can be made. And when that proposal is made, it's for this body to make that determination. It's not for no other body to make that determination, but to there. There is the precedent and there is the process.
This is a proposal. And it said this constitution may be amended whenever a proposal by either. This is also a proposal. My point is, before it even got on the agenda, it should have met the two-thirds of either of the houses. That's my point.
But the intent of us coming here to deliberate is for us to reason. And I would beg to differ that we should not go that route because the proposal was being brought here, understood by the membership of this house before we take for need to signature. So I think the proposal was brought by Honorable Blake. When understood the end proposal for the result will be signed on by two-thirds majority of this house.
It has not met those two requirements as spelled out in Article 91 and 92.
From the phone and say no, from making one, majority of the they say have it.
But once they come with
under your rules, the agenda is adopted. No, the agenda is adopted.
Because it's not personal.
So no.
I move, if I can obtain a second, that this communication be received and turned over to the Committee on Judiciary and advise the plenary within 1 week.
With that debate among lawmakers at the House of Representatives, we now come to the close of this presentation of news today. But first, we apologize for that name tag bringing you forth Yahweh Nankwa instead of President George Weah. But before we go here, once again, the headline. Lawmakers express mixed views on procedure in submitting several bills for constitutional amendments at the House of Representatives. President George Weah expresses optimism for a fruitful outcome of the extraordinary session of ECOWAS. And I don't want to say thanks for your viewing pleasure. I am Zach Sherman. Thanks for being there.